Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our season rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. Wow, it's been a little bit since I've said that. So today embarks our first official journey into season 30, what is officially going to be called the double restricted format. Now, before we get started, I do have a couple of things to say before we get into our matches. Usually I use the intros to tell you what's upcoming for either Pokemon events, what's going to be happening to the channel, or what's happening in real life. Now, over a week ago, I did mention that my sister was having a baby. She did in fact have her baby. Now, there was a couple of complications the first couple of days that she was born. She's now home, safe, and is doing fine. Congratulations, Megan. If for whatever reason you watch this video, and I'll say it again, congratulations. I cannot wait to see the baby when I come down. Second thing to announce, I don't know how this video is going to work. Since you guys want short form content, I'm assuming some battles are going to be in order. Now, I don't know how that's going to turn out just yet. So if you guys see a long video, probably tells me that I didn't come up with anything. But if you guys see short videos, please let me know which one you guys prefer, because I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to try it and see what comes out of it. So in today's video, at least this recorded session, we're going to do 6 fights, and then we're going to see how editing goes after that. That's all that I really have. We didn't make any changes to the team as of right now. I am working on a Zamazenta build, and I'll get into more details when I'm going to finalize what his new EV set is going to be. For now, let's get into our battles and see how far we go, shall we? All right. Kyogre, we're out there. Brimstone. Okay, we're through Kyogre. This is just going to set up Koraidon so the sunny day comes out. Okay. That's what that's supposed to do. Talon, because I need to go fast. Vroom, vroom. Thunderwave, which is going to miss Kyogre. Good. Thunderbolt. Very effective. We're going to swap Kyogre to bring out Ogerpon. Kind of take over the sun there. Open Storm. Super effective hit. Let's go. Drops the speed of Brimstone. Activates the eject button. So this is going to do what? Is it Kyogre? Probably. No, it's Archelodon. Blitz. Tornadus brings it down to 1 HP. Okay, damaged by the recoil. Withdrew. Okay. This is Brimstone, or it is. Okay. Us terrestrializing Ogerpon makes it so much easier for us to come out on top, because then we could just do a ton of damage to our Archelodon. So I'm hoping the Liquid Storm hits, and then the Stomping Tantrum, which does. Let's go. They should be able to get the KO on our Archelodon, depending on how it's built. Stomping Tantrum with the +1. Yep, there it is. There it is. There it goes. Goodbye. Out comes Kyogre. This is probably a bait, though. Protecting, so he takes no damage. Thunder Wave goes off to protect. Horn Leech into Kyogre. It's enough to get the KO. Okay, Talon's gone. Okay. So I'm going to take advantage and go after Scarlet instead. Okay. Not bad. Chien-Pao Dragonite, just right off the bat. Okay. Kyogre and Tornadus. Okay. That looks like I'm the one that terrestrializes, and we're going to make Kyogre into a water type. It's already water anyway, but now we boost its water attacks. I think Chien-Pao's got a Sash. Tailwind, because I need to go fast. Urgent Pulse. It's full. Chien-Pao drops down the Sash. Ice Spinner. Decent damage on Kyogre. Rock Slide. Okay. I don't think that usually KOs, but that gets really, really close. I think that's multi-scale Dragonite, if I had to guess. It's not the inner focus one. So call in the Chien-Pao. Do they double? They don't. Ice Beam times 4. Into the Dragonite, knocks it out. Out comes Zacian. And I don't think Chien-Pao can knock me out, but I'm worried about Sucker. Out the shield. Chien-Pao switches. Okay. Mungus. Oh, Kyogre. Alright. I'm down for this. Fortune Pulse. That's almost a KO on that Zacian. Play rough, hits my Kyogre, gets the KO. Bring out my Chien-Pao now. I believe I know what they're for. This should be my win now. Sucker Punch. Zacian goes down. It's not very effective, but he didn't have a whole lot of health left. It was like less than 20%. Body Press gets him faster, and there goes Kyogre. So Tailwind's gone. I've only lost one Pokemon so far. Yeah, because I took out Dragonite. There goes the... Yeah, it's just Chien-Pao left. Yep, okay. That was a really interesting battle, too. Okay, they bring out Rhydon and Grimmsnarl. And I bring out Tornadus and Kyogre. Interesting. Terra. This is gonna go to Koraidon. Not Koraidon, but Rhydon. Electric. Okay. Tailwind, because I need to go fast. Here comes the Thunder Wave. Oh, Light Screen. Not bad. Not bad at all. Freeze chance? Nope. Okay. I tried. Now this is going to be really, really hard hitting against Kyogre, even with the Assault Vest. Yeah. One shot. That's totally fine. That's an expected outcome, especially with Light Screen. Now bringing out Chien-Pao. Now, Zama could also be like a really good spot there too. But I know Chien-Pao can KO right on here. Flex. Good. Just a screener. Spinner. Okay. Yeah, he's tanking everything. But I get rid of the field. Well, that's important. Like in Storm, 100%. Jesus, he doesn't take that much. This isn't Spect. Tornadus goes down to 1 because of Sash. This is probably to swap out to Lunala. If I had to guess. Nope, it's Urshifu. So is that all 4, or do they have one more? Nope, they have one more. Terastallizing. This is going to go to Tornadus to stop Grimmsnarl, because it could be Thunder Wave. Punch into Urshifu hits. Jet. I figured that was the case. I was like, oh, I don't really want to swap, but I wanted to stop Grimmsnarl doing his business. Spirit Break hits, and it's gonna get the KO. So they definitely won this one. Zama cannot take down 4 Pokemon by himself. It's physically impossible. Now, I don't know what item this Urshifu has, so I can kind of play around that to see what I can get more information of, but I can't heal. So, and they do have both screens up. They're going to take less damage. So that's probably Scarlet, if I had to guess. You got me. You got me. Oh, I couldn't. It was paralyzed. I couldn't move anyway. It's fine. That one's gone. Moonguy's Beam on Zama. It's a decent amount still. Fair break. That's resisted. Actually, it's neutral. Never mind. Drop its special attack, which is fine. Crunch. Oh. I mean, it did have Shadow Shield, so yeah, it's not going to be doing that much damage. But yeah, that's all 4. There's no way I can pass that all through. Not with Zama. Okay, so we have Incineroar and Miraidon versus Tornadus and Ogerpon. That's interesting. Now the -1 right away sucks. Check. We're doing the double. There we go. Because we want to prevent that. That did hit the Ogerpon, so we kind of figured that was going to happen. Incineroar was hurt. And Volt Switch, that was to Tornadus. Okay. Get the KO unless they Terra first. It looks like they're not. So that's good for us. They could, no, they didn't switch. I was gonna say they could still switch, but they didn't because that would happen before Terastallizing. Talent, they did not Terra Miraidon either, so that's interesting. Stomping Tantrum. It's not enough for the KO. It would have been if it was a +1. Volt Switch. Probably a big, huge reset. So they're probably going to bring out Ice Rider and then someone else. Yep, here comes Ferrograph. That's the Electric Seed. I did not calc for that. Oh, knockoff. Okay. Bring out Kyogre. Oh, I should have done a different move besides that one. That's my I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I should have done something different. That's okay. That's still a double KO. They didn't Terra. They didn't Terra. Water Spout, like being like the good move there, was like the better call. And I still have Tailwind. For 2 more turns, I think. But I'm an idiot. I should never have done stupid Ivy Cudgel. That was a dumb move on my part. Absolutely ludicrous. But now I resist Calyrex, and they can't really do anything to me with Miraidon now. They wouldn't Terra the Miraidon. That wouldn't make sense. Here comes their Terra. That's to Calyrex, okay. Water, okay. Stomping Tantrum. KOs the Miraidon, which now makes Water Spout single target. Now they could activate Trick Room here, and if they do, I'm still okay. But that's still a lot of damage. Okay, they do activate Trick Room. I'm okay with that, 100%. Goes off. Okay, high horsepower. Hits the Ogerpon, does get the KO. That's unfortunate, but he wasn't going to live like a whole lot anyway. He gets a +1 boost. Thunderbolt. Oh, yeah, yep, it just barely doesn't do it. Just barely doesn't do it. And I'll bring out Zama. I didn't realize Tornadoes got taken down. Huh. I can't even remember how he got taken down, to be honest. My horsepower to Kyogre. It's not enough to get the KO. Thunderbolt! As Kyogre is slower than Zama, apparently. Dope. Now, this one was a really interesting one. I was able to go through all of my Tailwind turns, and they were about halfway into Trick Room, I think. It just depends on what their opening is. They don't really necessarily outspeed me too much. Oh, we might actually just open up the same. Let's go. Okay, they're faster. Okay, Terra. This is Sakai. Okay, yep. No, they're faster. 100%. And they go Grass. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I'm gonna go Terrasilize 2, but this is gonna go over towards Tornadus, and I'm gonna be Terra Dark so that I can do Taunt to stop Tailwind if I win the 50-50. I won. Are you Mental Herb, or are you just gonna let it go? Nope. Just gonna let it go. Thunder. It's my Kyogre. I take it like a champ. Ooh, with the Paralyze? Ew. Ew. Big one Storm. Kyogre could not move because it's paralyzed. Let's just go ahead and do Origin Pulse. Let's do this. Ah, they're still faster even under Tailwind. But Kyogre is able to withstand it, no problem. Wait, what? I'm confused. Are both able to outspeed me? Even under Tailwind. It just doubles and then the minuses come off. I mean, it could have just put it right back to its normal state. You withdrew Kyogre. Here comes Shadow Rider. Yep. So they guessed that. Spin it. So you're not faster. You have the Sash. Body Press does nothing. Weaken Storm, 100%. Speed Bell on the Zama. And you shook off the taunt. Okay, attacked. Did you double? You did. That's what I figured was going to happen. Here comes Kyogre. Oh, Entity. Okay. Stop priority. Okay. Okay. Psychic Seed boost. Tailwind. His mind's about to fail. So that's not good, but I am going to turn off their field, and it is going to make it harder for them. In the long run, okay. See, I know how to play the game, even though my Tailwind's gone and they get an abundance of theirs, so it's going to suck. The rain's gone too. Out comes Calyrex. Wide Guard, so Astral Barrage doesn't do anything. They're not going to swap. No Terras. There's the Follow Me. I figured that was going to happen. Draining Kiss. And that's the game. That is the game. Is Zama versus 3 and one of them's a Kyogre in the back? Nope. Not going to happen, unfortunately. No matter how many times I want that to not be the case, that's exactly what's going to happen, and I can't do anything about it. So, since we're going to be doing something new for the channel in the videos, I'm not 100% sure how to proceed commentary wise, so I'm just kind of thinking things out. All right, it's Entity and Lunala. I don't necessarily have to do turn 1. I don't have to do Tailwind. They realistically don't have a good way of dealing with me. Here comes Terra. This is to Lunala. Is this Fairy or Grass? Water. All right. So they're probably really good at dealing with Kyogres if they're choosing water. Which means I'm going to have to think of another way of dealing with that Pokemon, because obviously I'm going to break the Shadow Shield. But they're probably going to get off Trick Room with one or both of them. So I have to really... Ooh, Wide Guard? Oh, no, I fell for it. Well, that's not great. They get to set up Trick Room and take no damage this game. That's not great for me. Absolutely not. Trick Room. Great. I completely forgot Lunala had Wide Guard. Looks like they swapped to bring in probably a Mungus. Yep. That's not great. Here comes Spore's Lot. So this would have been perfect for like Ogerpon with Follow Me, but I don't have that. And I don't have Whimsicott to do with my stuff anymore. That's not great. Thunderbolt. Shadow Shield takes the majority of the damage first. Expanding Force does nothing to Qian Tao, but will do enough damage. I mean, that's not bad. That's not. Oof. Oh, yes. Thunderbolt. Pop. still not enough. Meteor Beam. This is probably going to go to Chi and Pao, if I had to guess. +1 with the Power Herb. Oh, yep, and it was Chi and Pao, and it missed. Dope. Hit. KO. But they're going to bring out Entity again. But I guess it doesn't really matter because I outspeed. So let's see what they bring out now. Entity to bring up the shield again. Not shield, but the terrain. I'm thinking that you're going to... Okay. Oh, I have 4 HP. Fortune Pulse. Please do not miss Lunala. I missed the Lunala, it hit the Entity, but I do a lot of damage to the Entity. But Moongui's Beep comes in and hits the Kyogre, which is going to get the KO. Dropping it down to 4 HP with Psychic. That's insane. Pure insane. That's probably like their best option because they have Koraidon in the back. Nice spinner. Now, Koraidon being in the back is not actually a good thing for them because it pretty much says I can get hit and I take off the field too. Still have you. Umber out Zama. Still have Tornadus. I completely forgot I had Tornadus still. Okay. Koraidon, Entity on their side of the field. The weather has changed. Tornadus. I'm going to lose my +1 defense, but I'm okay with that. That's a good sacrifice. Let's see. Sidekick. Flare Blitz goes into the Protect. Okay, Twisted Dimensions return to normal. Okay, I spinner it into Koraidon. They did not protect, which means Koraidon goes down. I take a little bit of hit damage due to Life Orb, and I Bleak Wind Storm, which should take down Entity from here. Bop. Oh my goodness, we're able to just barely handle that team. Holy cow. I'm not sure how we were able to do that, but I am so happy that we were able to just barely go through, like thread the needle all the way. Oh boy. So that was a very interesting back and forth in today's video. I do want to state that I'm not 100% sure how this is going to turn out. I 100% believe that this is going to be the outro. I do want to show you guys where we are currently in the rankings, where we are in the Ultra Ball, the wins and the losses and stuff like that. I believe that's what I want to do. However, in terms of trying to make this into something that is short form, it's going to be very interesting, and I'm totally down for new things that we could do for this channel. So with that being said, we went 4-2 out of 6 battles. We're halfway through Ultra Ball, and currently with how we have the EV set, we're doing fairly well. I would like to see maybe a little bit more improvements with Kyogre, but I'm not sure where to begin. I first need to relook at what I have set for Kyogre and try to see if, like, okay, did I make the right decision? Did I make the poor decision? I know that I didn't invest anything in special defense on purpose because of Assault Vest. And I put a lot of pressure into HP and special attack and put a little bit into regular defense just so I can live a couple of hits. But I guess I wasn't afraid of the outcomes that I currently saw when I started actually using the team. So what I was afraid of initially may not be what I should be afraid of to begin with. Now, I still have problems with some matchups, but this is day 1 for me. So I'm excited. I want to see what happens next. And I also want to see how the videos going forward also turn out. So that's all that I really have. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. All of those help out the channel quite a bit, and it's the best way to support me. So wish me luck in editing for like the next couple of weeks, maybe even a month, just to kind of give the stuff a try, and let me know what you guys think down below. That's it. That's all I got. See you next time. Till then, have a good one. Peace.